was no big deal.
That's the first I've heard of it. Not touching that.
I could tell you. I'm better off myself.
See? Put down that weapon! See? That wasn't so hard.
Here's the package from Sagita.
Thanks a lot. So you can make yourself useful after all.
Can I have some more of your stew?
All right, I'll be nice then. Here. So you won't starve before my very eyes.
Can I have some more of your stew?
Hey, not so greedy. I'll let you know when I have anything else for you to do. And then you can have more stew. Got it?
Tell me that isn't true.
Where did you pick that up then? Of course we got him in the end.
Been there, done that.
That was no big
You
deal.
mustn't believe everything you hear.
That was no big deal.
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
No one really wants to hear that.
I'm staying out.
Nothing there.
Tell me that isn't true.
listen to him talk.
Listen to the wrong people.
I'm staying out of it.
Everything all right?
Yet another day laborer who doesn't know where to go? No problem. Talk with our farmer Bengar.
What are you doing here?
I'm the shepherd here. It's not exactly a demanding job, but now and then you really have to watch out, especially if you get too close to the pass.
What do you know about the pass?
Not much, just that it leads to the old Valley of Mines that was surrounded by the barrier until a few weeks ago. Back then, the only thing we farmers had to be afraid of was the monthly caravan that took all kinds of goods to the Valley of Mines. Those cutthroats often made life difficult for us out here.
Where can I find the pass to the old Valley of Mines?
Near the two waterfalls on the other side of the high pastures.
What is it they say about the Valley of Mines?
All sorts of things. Some of the boys say they've heard screams at night. Some have seen strange lights over the mountains. But if you ask me, it's all just old wives' tales.
Have you ever been to the Valley of Mines?
No, but I go near the pass once in a while. Then I always see those two paladins who stand around and keep watch. It looks like they're making sure that nothing comes out of the valley. Back then, the Valley of Mines was a natural prison. If you went in, you never came out again.
Tell me more about the paladins. How long have they been posted there?
A week or two, I suppose. I don't know exactly. Some time ago, there was even a whole troop of them that disappeared into the pass. Since then, I haven't seen them again.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't see any women here at all.
You got that right. This is a man's farm, so to speak. Works pretty well, I think.
Don't work too hard.
I'll try.
His decision, wasn't it?
Listen to the wrong people.
He thinks it's as easy as that. Can't rely on that.
That's not what I heard.
Hey! You're the farmer here?
You could say so, but I'm really just a tenant. All the land here is owned by one big farmer.
How do you make a living?
Mostly hunting and the wood we cut. Of course, we also raise sheep and work the land. NOTR saddles me with all these laborers, and I have to keep them busy somehow. Only a few of them are good hunters, you see.
Has anything strange happened around here lately?
Many strange things are happening these days, but none as strange as the mysterious disappearance of Pardos. He's one of my field workers, and certainly not the kind who would drop everything overnight and slink off just like that, you see.
What exactly is so strange about his disappearance?
Pardos is such a timid sort. The furthest he's ever been from the farm is to the end of my fields. He would run away at the mere sight of a meat bug. Those things may not be pretty to look at, but you really couldn't call them dangerous. They say there's people who eat them. Gross.
You get used to it.
So problem solving, so.
Maybe he was simply fed up.
Working in the fields was his life. I cannot imagine him having gone to work for another farmer. With me, he could do whatever he wanted.
Any clues at all?
I think those bandits must have dragged him off. They've been roaming around this area for days now. I once saw them drag a citizen of the town off to their camp. It looked like they were gonna make him a slave.
Where is this bandit camp?
At the far end of my fields, some steps lead down to a small hollow. That's where they have made themselves at home. I'd like to go look for Pardos there, but there's no way I'm going up against those guys. And you had better give him a wide berth, too. They're not known for their sense of humor.
Were the bandits carrying weapons when they passed by here?
What kind of stupid question is that? How would they be bandits if they weren't armed?
I mean a whole load of weapons. A big delivery.
I see. Yes. Now that you mention it, they were carrying lots and lots. Some in barrels, some in bags, and some on the cart they brought.
You're employing day laborers?
Onar sends away the workers he can't use on his farm. Then, he sends them to me. I feed them and they work here for me.
What do you think of Onar?
He's a greedy bastard who'll get us all hanged in the end. One of these days, the paladins will come out of the city and make us small farmers bleed for what he's doing here. But I haven't got a choice. The militiamen only come here to collect and not to defend the farm. If I held myself loyal to the city, I'd be very much on my own. At least Onar sends some mercenaries now and then to see how we're doing.
What have you got against the royal troops?
It's obvious. There hasn't been any improvement now that the paladins are in the city. Just the opposite. Now these cursed militiamen come onto our land even more often and steal everything they can, and the paladins don't do a darn thing about it. The only paladins that I've ever seen are the 2 guards at the pass. They wouldn't budge an inch, even if the militia slaughtered us all.
The pass?
Yeah, the pass to the old valley of mines by the waterfalls at the other end of the high pastures. Ask Malik about it. He was there a couple times last week.
I'm supposed to deal with your militia problem.
What? I told Onar he should send a couple of his mercenaries.
This is my chance to prove myself.
Terrific. Do you know what the militia will do to me if you screw it up? These bastards come by here once a week and collect the taxes for the city. It's a good thing you came just now. This is their usual time. They should be here any moment.
There's so many of you. Why don't you just go up against the militia yourself?
It's true that there's a lot of us, but we're not trained fighters like the militia.
Let the militia come then. I'll deal with them.
I can't wait. Here they come now. See? I told you so. Just don't screw it up. Look at this one. Another joke. What are you doing here, huh? Who the hell are you?
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
I'm your worst nightmare.
You're a dead
I
man.
hardly know who to believe these days.
Oh my God.
You haven't seen the last of me!
following me?
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder. Your militia problem is a thing of the past.
Not bad. Maybe there'll be something left over at the end of the month now for a change. Thanks.
Balthazar the shepherd isn't allowed on your pasture?
Oh yeah, that story. I told him Sekov should pay me money if he wanted to lead the sheep into my pasture. To tell the truth, that's only harassment. I just can't stand Balthazar.
Is it really true? Let's wait. I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't want to hear that anymore. Why haven't I heard about this before?
That doesn't surprise me.
Do you really think?
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I wouldn't.
Another one of those things.
Nothing there.
To plunder.
Nothing there.
I think I've found something. I think I've found something.
Yeah, get away from here!
Hey,
Where exactly did you bury your stuff again?
Let's see. There's an islet in the small lake with the 2 waterfalls. There are 2 more spots where I buried something further up, in the high pastures. One spot is behind the farm up there, and the other one's next to the entrance to the pass by the waterfalls. There are stairs leading down from the fields of the farmer up there to those of the landowner. There's another cache in the hollow where the stairs end.
You don't have to tell me that.
That's really not my problem.
Nobody wants to know.
Of course we got him in here. That's really not my problem. I'm not touching that. Do you really believe that? Got my own opinion. Do you really believe that?
I took care of Bengar's militia problem.
Did you make sure that they won't be standing on his doorstep again tomorrow?
They'd have a really hard time doing that.
Well done. You passed your test. If you can handle a militia, most here will respect you.
I'd have gone about it differently.
I want to improve my abilities.
Telling you anything new. I'd have gone about it differently.
Come back once you've had more experience.
That's not what I heard.
Good. Now you can use your abilities better.
You can't rely on that.
So don't tell me that.
How's my reputation among the mercenaries?
I would have thought of
Let's see. Wolf says he has nothing against you joining. Jarvis thinks you're on the right side. Cord thinks you'd be good enough to join. Cypher says that for him it was crystal clear that you'd get to join.
I will never
Something seems to have made him really happy. Rad just wants to have his sword back. Sentenza won't vote for you. He says you still owe him 50 gold pieces. Buster says you're okay. The rest of the mercenaries haven't said anything. You convinced most of them by passing the test. You have my vote in any case. And you won some fair duels. A lot of mercenaries respect that. Most of the mercenaries are for you. As far as we're concerned, you can start with us at any time. Go to Lee. He'll explain everything else to you.
The things I could tell you.
Will it ever change?
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
I'm ready to join you.
Then you've passed Tarloff's test?
Yes.
That's good. What did the other mercenaries say?
Most of them are on my side.
Good. Then go see Onar now. I've already talked with him, but you'll have to negotiate your pay yourself.
Don't even think about touching anything here. Otherwise, you'll get a couple upside the head, got it?
What's your job?
Onar wants me to spend all day keeping an eye on his stuff. He's worried that something will go missing, and I would too in his place. Most of the mercenaries he's hired are former convicts from the penal colony. They'll walk off with everything that isn't nailed down if no one watches out.
There's a whole bunch of junk here.
That's right. And most of it is extremely valuable. Onar collects valuable objects. A simple man like me can hardly afford such luxury. I stick to other things.
And that would be?
I collect old coins.
Has anyone tried to steal anything yet?
A few, and I caught them all.
Who let you in here? What are you doing here on my farm?
Lee sent me. I want to work here as a mercenary.
He's already talked to me. He's the one responsible for you, so suit yourself. But no fooling around here. Leave the farmers and the maids alone, and, above all, don't nab anything, capiche? For everything else, talk to Lee. All we need to discuss now is your pay.
Everything all right here on the farm?
I don't see how that's any of your business. You don't belong on the farm.
You're revolting against the city, or so I've heard.
Now listen up. I inherited this farm and this land from my father, and he inherited it from his father. I'm not going to allow that greedy imbecile of a king to make off with all that just in order to feed his useless armies. The war with the orcs has been going on forever. And where do we stand? On the edge of defeat. No, I prefer to defend my farm myself. The money that I save this way can pay for my own army.
So how about my pay?
Well, let's see. Let me think. 50 gold pieces. What do you say?
Well, that's not a whole lot.
Of course, you're welcome to work for me for free instead. Anyway, this is all you'll get.
I want to buy a sheep.
What are you doing here then? See a sheep anywhere? If you want to buy a sheep, go out to the pasture. It's to the right of my house. Have Pepe sell you one.
Everything all right here on the farm?
I don't see how that's any of your business. You don't belong on the farm.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I'm ready to join you.
Have you seen Onar?
He agrees.
Welcome aboard. Here, take some decent armor first. I'm glad to have you with us. I already have your first assignment. It has to do with the Paladins. It's time you went to see them. You wanted to go there anyway.
And how can I get to the Paladins now?
Very simple. You'll take our peace offering to them. I know Lord Hagen, the commander of the Paladins, from my time in the Royal Army. I know how he thinks. He doesn't have enough men. He'll accept the offer. At least he'll listen to you. I've written a letter. Here. In any case, that should get you admitted to see the leader of the Paladins.
Everything fine with you?
So, you want to join us then, hmm? Do you even have a decent weapon?
What weapons do you have to offer?
Only the best. Just take a look at them.
How did you end up with the mercenaries?
I came with Silvio from the south. We belonged to an army of mercenaries which fought against the orcs.
What's your opinion of Silvio?
He's a dangerous fella, and many of the mercenaries who came with him this far listen to what he says. Better not pick a fight with him.
What's your opinion of Lee?
I think that the only thing Lee is really interested in is getting away from this island. He wants to go to the mainland. Seems to have a bone to pick with someone there. At any rate, he does a far better job than Silvio ever could. Moreover, he's a good leader. Most of the time, we can do whatever we want here.
What weapons do you have to offer?
Only... Only the...
Everything all right here on the farm?
I certainly hope so. That's what I'm paying you for, after all. You had better go to Torloff and ask him if he has work for you.
Pay me my wages.
Are you out of your mind? First work for me for a day. You'll get your next pay tomorrow then.
I'm not telling you anything new.
You don't have to tell me that.
Welcome to the mercenaries, kid.
Thanks.
As soon as I have something for you to do, I'll let you know.
I agree with you
There's more,
completely.
believe me.
You didn't get that from me.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Hey, you!
His decision was
Where did you pick that up then? You have to step in and sort things out.
What about forging equipment? What do you need? Teach me how to...
But you don't even first. You
Hey! Can I...
don't.